Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today, we're finna react to the homie Maverick, man. I apologize for not getting these out sooner, brother. I didn't see these on my algorithm until now. All your shit just popped up on my algorithm just right now. So I didn't see the last two videos you did. But anyways, though, I'm gonna get right into this one, though. Top 5 favorite top 5 favorite Raw and 5 favorite Smackdown intro songs. This should be an interesting one. This should be an interesting one. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Maverick out here feeding the streets, man. Shout out to the homie Maverick, man, out here feeding the streets, man. Streets be dry out here sometimes, man. He be coming through though. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Cool. What's going on, Ian? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Maverick, bringing you back to yet another dope list video. This time around, and so things are a lot more on the happier side this time around. We're going to talk about top 5 favorite Raw intros and top 5 favorite Smackdown intro songs. Y'all know, if y'all grew up, watching wrestling back in the late 90s and the early 2000s like I did, and even on up to now, that WWE has some fire-ass openers for their two main shows. Not saying that other opening theme songs weren't bad. The first WWE Superstars theme and 2008 ECW theme and first NXT theme, I'm looking dead at y'all. Okay, y'all weren't bad. Y'all just weren't main show worthy. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to go over this. What I'm gonna do is just do what I did with some of the other list videos. I'm gonna do show as 5th place for SmackDown, since that's the B show, and then do Raw, since Raw is the main show that it's known for. So yeah, we're gonna do SmackDown, Raw, 5th place SmackDown, 5th place Raw, 4th place SmackDown, 4th place Raw, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, and another thing, we're not gonna do no honorable mentions because these for me are like peak everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like these themes to me, are the cream of the crop, and you can't get no better. With that being said, man, remember, if you can't respect my opinions, you can go make your own list, and that's fine. You can also discourse in the comments, that's fine. But don't you dare say this is a bad video because a song that you like is not on this list, okay? That being said, man, let's go ahead and dive right into it, man. Oh yeah, definitely like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. The E-Unit has plenty of doors open. Anyways. SmackDown, 5th place for SmackDown. Oh, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this one, but I don't care, because we're gonna talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you hey, ow, if I'm on the floor,
Nah,
don't ever count me out. Cause
to be fair, this is one of the more lower tier intros. This ain't really a memorable intro for SmackDown. If we being honest, this is not the most memorable intro for SmackDown. Plus, this is like the CW days of SmackDown. So yeah, you ain't nobody finna get mad at you for this one, bro. Nah, this one is low tier, bro. This is properly placed. If we had to say the top 5, this would be at 5.
Fuck no, baby.
You not wrong for this one, man. You're not wrong for this one at all.
I will stand up strong is what I'm all about. Cause if you act like me, you always stand your ground. And you take the pain, or else you're going down. Even though the lyrics are very corny, it's the inspiration for this, and that feeling of adrenaline rush that I get knowing what's gonna happen. Because like, this theme song is just synonymous with the great run that was main event Jeff Hardy. You know what I'm saying? Because this song debuted when Jeff was in the main event scene, and it's like, as soon as Jeff left in August 2009, they switched to Let It Roll. And Let It Roll's not bad, but it don't give me that adrenaline rush. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're right like me does. And then, like, this also reminds me of the most underrated ace run of Triple H's career, because before Jeff Hardy finally got the belt, Triple H had a decent run with the belt too. You know what I'm saying? Undertaker had him fused with Edge, with Big Show. Vladimir Kozlov getting a early push when he shouldn't have been pushed because he was so green. And the guy was whack as hell on the mic, because like, his English was just broken at the time. So, but yeah, man. Other than that, this is in here because of the good times it reminds me of, not for the lyrics. It's just the adrenaline. Coming in 5th place for Raw, we have Tonight's the Night. Bright lights, black crowds, everybody getting down. Tonight's the night. And the reason why this is here is because this reminds me of, one of the most slept on periods of Raw history, where like, you can get active on Twitter and you can interact, and then you can like matches and all that. Some of these things are her because of the era it came out through, not just for the music alone. And furthermore, I want to say this is like the very first like rap song that Raw started to put out there. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show, WWE was very liberal with the music, even with underneath Vince. So.
Yeah, this I didn't like that theme song. I preferred the Nickelback theme song more than that, and that said a lot, bro.
Try.
I didn't like that theme song. That the Nickelback one was 10 times better.
They wanted to appeal to, the youth at the time, and they knew that we were going to get hooked in. You know what I'm saying? Like, this brings me up to post WrestleMania 28, Raw 1000, The Rock coming back, Brock Lesnar coming back. You know what I'm saying? The Yes Movement, because this was the theme song during the Yes Movement. But yeah, like I said, just like If You Ride Me, this is here for nostalgia reasons. You know what I'm saying? Because the other 4 theme songs I got for Raw and SmackDown, below these 2 at the water. Ladies and gentlemen, 4th place for SmackDown. King of your enemy, king of your enemy, we're gonna be the enemy right there. King of the enemy, we're gonna your enemy, we're gonna be your enemy right. In such the sea will rise when the blood.
I hate to say it, but there weren't that many themes for SmackDown, so it's like kind of like it's not that many themes for SmackDown. And to be fair, anything after like the I want to say like that 06 theme songs, like 06 to like what 09? Say like 09 before they switched to the other one that he put at number 5. Yeah, before they switched to that one, yeah. Because that. Yeah, that was probably the best one, to be honest. Nah, that wasn't the best. That's top 3 for sure. I say what number 1 is at the end, but there ain't that many SmackDown theme songs. I ain't gonna lie, this one wasn't it, bro. But it's not that many to go off of, so I kind of understand why it's here, but still.
Try. It's been sacrificed. Don't be blinded by the lights in your eyes. Sing. I love this theme song. I love this intro also that it's associated with, because you're literally fed like, not just the montage of superstars, but like when the hook breaks down, you get to see like the slowdowns of everybody doing their finishes and everybody having their own unique effects on them, and they're slowed down. You know what I'm saying? That's what I loved about this intro. Also, the guitar riff, that freaking iconic. You know what I'm saying? And then the bridge breakdown is my favorite part. In the sun and the sea will rise when the blood's been sacrificed. Don't be blinded by the lights in your eyes. Fire. But yeah, and this was also a long running theme song. This era of SmackDown reminds me of the one more match era between Randy Orton and Christian, Sheamus's World Heavyweight title run, Alberto Del Rio having a great heel run. You know what I'm saying? It reminds you of a lot of positive things that were going on in SmackDown around the time. Even though, the product wasn't, as great as Raw around that period, you still tuned in for certain things. Anyways, coming up for 4th place for Raw, ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Attitude theme. You know what I'm saying? Now, this theme, like I put in for 5th place SmackDown, you get an adrenaline rush from listening to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, some shit is going to go down when you hear this. Like, imagine coming home Monday night from school and hearing this. Like, that you're in for a real big treat. You know what I'm saying? I've brought a big bloody mess.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I always felt like this theme was overrated. I always felt like this theme was overrated because it was part of the Attitude Era. I feel like this theme was overrated.
What? We're flying to Philadelphia. Oh hell no! That's hell no!
I feel like this theme song was overrated, bro. It's better theme. I feel like it's better themes than this one. This one is. I get it because the era it was in the Attitude Era. Stone Cold walking out through the flames, all the craziness going on in that intro. So I completely understand it. For the nostalgia babies, this one's for y'all. For all the people with the nostalgia glasses on, I know y'all gonna say this was never overrated. This is the best one. You and Maverick tripping, bro. You and Maverick tripping because y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch.
I feel like this is the most overrated one. Like I said, I'll say mine's at the end, but as of right now, let's keep it going.
As the Attitude Era around this time, it was violent. It was no holds barred. It was ruthless. It was vicious. And Thorny Arrive matched that vibe. You know what I'm saying? And like, even when you're playing WWF SmackDown, Just Bring It, that intro plays and the montage plays, you still get the same amount of hype around it. You know what I'm saying? Like, who can go wrong with this theme song? Who can go wrong with this one? You know what I mean? Like, the fact that I never had an Xbox, but I'm not sure if this is even the intro to the very first WWF Raw game on there, because I know the Raw games were popular on the Xbox. They didn't do very good. They weren't very good. They're not as good as the SmackDown games on PS2, but I'm pretty sure that they had the Raw intros in there. But anyway, moving on. Third place, SmackDown. This might be an unpopular opinion. This might not. But if you ask me, what's third place? SmackDown all time? It's this one. It's been a long time. That's down. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. Hey, yo, it's my nights, my time, my rights, my rhymes, my crime. I still hustle, sweat in my blood too. The predator smells fear. I smell a lot. But you know how it's like. I want it all. Access to sex and much success. So I want it all, no less. Come on. Why is I Want It All top 3? Simple. If you grew up playing Here Comes the Pain, you couldn't escape this song. Second of all, SmackDown around that period was, starting to slowly shift into, that peak period of when Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar were at the top of the card. And then you had John Cena slowly climbing it with his Thugonomics gimmick. You had Eddie Guerrero slowly climbing it with the light cheating steel and being simultaneously a WWE Tag Team Champion and a United States Champion alongside Chavo. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You had, your Undertaker feuds with various people. You had A-Train. You know what I'm saying? You had Big Show. Like, you had a lot of great names on SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, the fact that, Cena's rapper gimmick was so over, they're like, you know what? Why not turn SmackDown's theme song into a rap song? Just to match the vibe. And it hit. It definitely hit. You know what I'm saying? You don't go like this.
This is properly where it should be. At number 3, this is where it should properly be at.
For just, you know what I'm saying? You don't go for this just for the lyrics. Or you go for this for the vibe. What I found funny, though, is that they had The Rock, sitting on a chair backwards, you know what I'm saying, in the grayer parts of this intro, despite him not being on the roster, which I found that pretty fascinating. I'm like, how the hell is The Rock not on the roster, but he still gets to be a part of the intro? But yeah, man. But yeah, like I said, this should remind you of, that one amazing night in 2003 when Brock and Kurt Angle went 60 minutes for the WWE Championship. This should remind you of when, Eddie Guerrero cut that amazing promo against Brock. One of his greatest promos ever, because you could feel the emotion. You could just feel when you heard this theme song that John Cena's gonna come down with the basic economics gimmick and tell Big Show, it's either that, you rocking some phony pits. You're just a fat slob with hairy baloney tits. Freaking amazing. But yeah, man, I Want It All. Fire theme song. Coming in at third place. Like I said, there's gonna be some unpopular opinions, and I don't care who's the band of this. It doesn't change the fact that this was one of the greatest Raw openers ever. We got no fear, no doubt, all them balls out. We're going up tonight to kick our everything, take anything we want, take everything in sight. We're going till the world starts turning while we burn it to the ground and like freaking love this. Why is this top 5? Why is this in the top 3? Why is this in the top 3? Well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why this is in the top 3. This is primarily in here because you knew WWE was in a major shift, and they decided to go against the status quo and put a Nickelback song on there. And then, like, it was one of the theme songs that got you hype every time Raw came on around this era. Even though the product might have not have been as good, you still got hype when you heard this theme song. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to get into. You know what I'm saying? This is the era when The Rock first came back, and they did.
I wouldn't say this got you hype. I think the video package they put with the song made it good, because the video, if the video package that they put with this song for the intro of Raw, yeah, it's the video package and how they put it out, how they made it sync up with the song. That's what made this a good ass intro, because of the video package alone. You take the video package away, this song low key, and it's just there.
This whole 1 year long-term booking thing with him and John Cena, you know what I'm saying? This is when Triple H became a part-timer mostly and became the COO mostly, you know what I'm saying? This was the opening of Raw during the summer of CM Punk. This theme song should remind you of those classic times that Raw had, where Raw's ratings were still pretty good, you know what I'm saying? When they first got the theme song, I admit, when I first got the theme song, I admit it was during a downward spiral because they got this theme song in the middle of the guest host era. But once they started to transition into that Super Show, Raw definitely was in better graces. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I even like the vocal refrain that. But yeah, man. Even if you listen to this whole song, Nickelback just injects you with a lot of adrenaline just listening to this. Like, this is an ultimate pump up song. I feel like going to a convention and just performing this in front of the crowd of all the whites, and whoever gets triggered, I'm just gonna laugh my way through it, because around this time it was still popular to hate Nickelback, and as a person of color, I don't see why I should. Anyway, we're going into the Raw stars, turn around, we're going into the ground tonight. Oh, by the by, if you play Smackdown vs. Raw 2011, this was on it. But anyway, anyways, going back to Smackdown. Y'all finna get so upset at me, because me personally, I love the band, I love the song, but this is not my one all-time favorite. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you and I won't be denied what I've got to lose my pride. I will rise up, break it out, break it down.
This is properly placed. As long as number one is what I think it is, this is properly placed, bro. You don't have to explain, Maverick. This is properly placed, brother.
Congratulations! Oh my God!
Rise Up is the second best SmackDown theme song of all time. It is. It just don't compare to the first one though.
And the rules, like and ground, and the test, I was done, and you take or you don't. Rise Up. Everybody universally says it's the greatest SmackDown theme of all time. And I'm not gonna get mad at you. But at the same time, I ask you not to get mad at me because I have it at second place. Rise Up, I admit, classic theme song. Peak Ruthless Aggression era SmackDown. Like, this is when you had Mysterio, Benoit, Guerrero, Heinrich, Taker. Even the Dudley Boys were on SmackDown around this time. Even RVD was on SmackDown around this time. Sheesh. And then this period of SmackDown also reminds me of Prime Batista when he was the world.
Did you say the Dudley Boys was on? The Dudley Boys was not even in the WWE around this time. What are you talking about, Maverick? Maverick, what are you talking about?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
What do you mean by that?
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Said the Dudley Boys, sir. This is a 06 theme song. This is when they acquired Batista. This is when they acquired Batista. When they did the swap Cena for Batista, they brought the World Heavyweight Championship to SmackDown. This is when Maverick, nah. Dudley Boys wasn't around during this time, brother. This was like 06 to like, I want to say what, 09? '06 to 09 or 06 to 08, I want to say, or 2005, probably was like mid to late 2005, going all the way up to like 06, going to like 08, 09. Because I know they changed it to the other one.
Heavyweight champion. This thing also reminds me of that. And heel JBL too. Let's not forget about JBL. Man, we want him to lose so bad. But yeah. But regardless, this theme song gives me the adrenaline rush the same way Burn It to the Ground does. You know what I'm saying? Especially during that one part where it's like a breakdown in the middle during the hook. That break it out, break it down, like the wall, break it ground. And then like if you play SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, you know this was one of the openers to that game, so you know you couldn't resist it. So yeah, man, kind of reminds you of just the better days of SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? We talking, you know, Undertaker feuding with Randy Orton. You know what I'm saying? You're talking Kurt Angle eventually coming back and winning the 20-man battle royal to become World Heavyweight Champion. You know what I'm saying? Then even like months before that, you had, you know, Eddie turning heel on Rey Mysterio and doing this I'm Your Poppy gimmick. You know what I'm saying? This should just remind you of just the better times of, you know, SmackDown. That's why this is on here. And it's everybody's number one because it reminds them of this peak period. But it's not my favorite SmackDown thing. We'll get to that. But first we got to cover Raw first. Raw's second best theme in my opinion. Y'all ready? I think it should be a no-brainer where I'm going. go. Take the best, burn it up and let it go. Carry on, I'm stronger than you never know. That's the deal, you get no respect. You better get charged, you better watch your neck. I want domination, I want just submission. I gotta roll the dice, never look back and never think twice.
I ain't gonna lie, this is the second best theme song. This is the second best theme song. This is the second best theme song because this was, I want to say this went from like what, late 03? This went from like late 03 to late 03 to like 20, like late 2009. Yeah, late 2009. Late, I want to say from like late 03 to 2009. Yeah, this was the main theme song for a minute. So it's like shit. Wait, no, this wasn't. No, this was. I'm thinking of the wrong theme song. This was. Wait, when was this? No, this was 06. I'm tripping. This was 06 to. This was 06 to 09. Yeah, I'm tripping. The one I'm thinking of, it should be number one. Yeah, this the one that came after that one. So yeah, this was a good follow up.
Whoa, never give in. Whoa, never give up. Whoa, never give in. I just wanna be loved. Whoa, never give in. Whoa, never give up. But yeah, man, ain't no way this could not be in the top 2. Like, bro, the lyrics, if you even listen to the song by itself, the lyrics alone should give you, you know, an adrenaline rush. Where he goes like, listen up, turn it up and rock it out. Carry on, I want to see you scream and shout. You know what I'm saying? Like every lyric Papa Roach delivers just gets more intensified. Especially that intensified pre-hook that he does that. Take the best, burn it up and let it go. Carry on, I'm stronger than you never know. Disappear, you can't no respect. You better get charged, you better watch your effing neck. Take the best, burn it up and let it go. Carry on, it's stronger than you never know. That's the deal, you can't no respect. You better get charged, you better watch your neck. Man, Vince was a maniac for putting this on Raw. But anywho, this is on here not just because of, you know, the hypeness, but think of the era it came out in. Like, dude, you had Cena at the peak of his powers. You had heel Edge for a bit before he eventually moved back to SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? You had Triple H. You know what I'm saying? Kurt Angle was on here for a bit until he got traded over to his Raw contract expired in January, so they shipped him over to SmackDown to win the world title. Actually, no, that's a lie. Kurt Angle wasn't around when he went to Be Loved debuted because that was mid 2006. My mistake. He
was around. I think he was in ECW. He was around when this theme song came out. I think he was just in ECW for a little bit. Then he left.
You had Chris Masters. I think Carlito was on Raw around this time too.
Yeah.
You had Kane on Raw.
Yeah.
I want to say Shelton Benjamin was on here because he didn't go to SmackDown back to SmackDown until like around 07 or 08. So yeah. You had Jeff Hardy, who had a nice start to his main event push, but it got held back because of the wellness violation. And then you also had Mr. Kennedy on here as well. You had
Mr. Kennedy was on here, but it was like 07 when they brought him over to Raw, because I think that was the draft. They moved him over from SmackDown to Raw because he was on SmackDown first.
Let's see. You still had Ric Flair for a bit. You still had Shawn Michaels for a bit during this theme song. And then this was also when CM Punk got drafted over here too. This was the theme song as well. And then, I forget about one of the best important parts. Chris Jericho returned and this was the theme song of Raw. Y'all remember November 07? Yeah, this was the theme of Raw. You know what I'm saying? This theme of Raw, should remind you of, not only the start of Balder Randy being the most diabolical villain in television history, but this was also the theme song where Jericho would come out in the suits and all that and cut, a visceral promo calling all of us parasites and hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? This was also the theme song when Batista got hurt, not once, but twice, sadly. Once because it was a torn hamstring, but they had Randy Orton punch him in the head to write him off television, and then the second time he legit tore his biceps during his during the Randy Orton attack the day after he won the WWE Championship from him at Extreme Rules during a steel cage match. So anyway, but yeah, man, this theme song not only does it bring back good memories, but it just gets you electrified. You know what I mean? And even the pyro after this, chef's kiss. Anyway, you're probably wondering, what else could be my favorite theme of SmackDown if it's not Rise Up? Well, sad to admit, it's not the Attitude Era theme as good as that theme is, and it's not the Let It Roll theme. It's not the Whoa. It's not the Guns Up Right. It's not that one either. But what it is Well, let me dive into my rock bag a little bit. The beautiful people, right? Oh, the beautiful people.
Nah, bro. Nah. This would nah. This would be in the top 5, but this ain't it, bro. Nah.
What? We're flying to Philadelphia. Oh, hell no. That's hell no.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Hell no. I was thinking you was gonna do the first theme song, SmackDown first theme song. That was the best theme song of SmackDown. I don't care what y'all say. That was the best theme song of SmackDown. This was cool, but this didn't have like a long impact though. This impact for this one wasn't even that long. I think this was like what? This was like 01 to like late 02, and then they switched to the one that became synonymous with the beginning of the Ruthless Aggression era. Nah, Chief, nah, you can miss me with this one. This one is in the top 5, but it's not it don't even have that long of effect, bro. That first one, the very first one, best theme song SmackDown ever had. That was the best SmackDown theme song just because of the aesthetics, bro. Plus, it was the Attitude Era. Yeah, that first one go hard, bro. That first SmackDown one go hard. Nah, this one ain't it though. But it's in the top 5, but it's definitely not top 3, top 2 material. Hell no.
Hey, you, what do you say? About the beautiful song in the rain. Hey, you, why you're mean? And then the dog scene is sounding me great. If y'all look, y'all just had to be there for this theme, man. Like this theme and its intro were just hand in hand, full of chaos, full of adrenaline, full of energy, full of electricity. It had it all. It had it all. It didn't give me this theme got me the most hyped to watch SmackDown. Like this was during the early periods when they had The Rock, when they had Hulk Hogan, when they had Chris Jericho, the Undisputed Champ, when they had when they had drafted Brock Lesnar there for the first time when he was the Undisputed Champ. You know what I'm saying? When they first made the SmackDown 6. For those who don't know, that's Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, the Los Guerreros, Eddie and Chavo, Edge and Rey Mysterio. Excuse me. This theme song takes me back to that era, and that was one of the best eras of SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? When Batista and John Cena and Rey Mysterio debuted while young, when Undertaker was still in the main event scene and was going on an underrated heel run. You know what I'm saying? Like even the Hurricane was entertainment around this time until they eventually got drafted to Raw by the next year. You know what I'm saying? Like this was also the theme song of SmackDown when The Rock first turned heel and became Hollywood Rock. You know what I'm saying? And this was still the theme song after WrestleMania 19 when Kurt had to go get neck surgery and Brock had to stay off SmackDown because of the concussion. So, but yeah, man, this was a great period to be in the SmackDown because like they were delivering Matt gems. It was this and I Want It All thing. They were delivering gems upon gems upon gems. This was also the debut of the Fist. This was the theme song when they first had the SmackDown Fist too. When I see and hear this makes me think of SmackDown. This also makes me think of how fun of a game WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth was, because this was the intro to WWE Shut Your Mouth, and then they had the instrumental of this playing at the title screen, where the game tells you to press start, and then you finally push start, and the game starts. But yeah, man, why do I have this better than Rise Up? The hype factor is bigger for me than it is for Rise Up. Not saying Rise Up isn't hype; it's just not as hype as this. And then this should be a no-brainer. The #1 Raw theme. You should already know what it is, man. Lock in the draws from my generation. Come on, let's get it on.
This is undisputably Raw's best theme song, hands down.
Let's get it on. Forget the lies, the money, run this together and through it all. They said nothing's forever, yet they refuse to see the change in me. Won't they wake up? The music, move it to the music, yeah. Move to the music. Move it to the music, yeah. Move to the music, yeah. That funky music. Move into the music, yeah. Let's get it on. Move to the music, yeah. That funky music. Move to the music, yeah. What theme song got you more excited for Raw than this one? I'll wait. Exactly. Across the Nation is universally the greatest song in Raw history, because it reminds you of the peak metamorphosizing of what the A Show was. You know what I'm saying? For as much bad as you had Triple H Reign of Terror. I'm looking at you. For as much bad as you had, there was a lot of good that came from this period of Raw. That's when I hear this thing, that's what it reminds me of. You had heel Monster Kane. You had Hurricane and The Rock having the funniest feud ever. You had and How Do You Ride was a moment in itself, so I'm going to include that too. You had the Rise of Evolution. You know what I'm saying? You know, you had Batista eventually turning babyface against them by doing the thumbs down. John Cena, when he first got drafted to Raw, this was the theme song. You had Edge feuding with Matt Hardy, and this was the theme song. You know what I'm saying? Kurt Angle, when he started to delve into his wrestling machine arc, this was the Raw theme song around that time. You had Benoit coming over here winning the world title for a bit anyway. You had a lot of good despite all that, and you had the return of Shawn Michaels to this. And you had peak Rob Van Dam too. The return of Mick Foley as well. You had a lot of good in this era, and this was the perfect theme song to describe all the damn chaos. Oh yeah, Peak Your Stratus too. Peak Your Stratus was in this era too. Can't forget that. But yeah, man. But yeah, this is also here. The instrumentation that and like I said before about Rise Up, if you had SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 or even SmackDown vs. Raw 2007, y'all know what it is. It got you excited to play the game. It got you excited to watch Raw every single time, and it fit the vibe of the Ruthless Aggression. Like, this theme song is the musical personification of what the Ruthless Aggression era was. And if you disagree, we can argue about it. I'm here for all free smoke. This is arguably the greatest, you know, I said arguably because this is arguably the greatest WWE show opening theme song of all time. Hands down. So, with that being said, guys, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for vibing with me. Thank you all for, you know.
All right, so first, the Raw side, I'm not going to lie. The Raw side is actually perfect, even though me personally, no, the Raw side is perfect. Now that I think about it, I'm looking at it right now. The Raw side was actually perfect. Maverick actually put the Raw side up. The Raw side was actually good. Now the SmackDown side, there's a few that one don't belong on here at all. And Beautiful People at number one is that ain't it, Chief. Let's see here. Now, if I had to put the Beautiful People on here, I'm taking that one down to what was number 3? Let me see what number 3 was. Nah, I'm still putting one at all at number 3. I'll probably move it down to number 4. Yeah, I'm moving it down to number 4, and that Green Day song is getting the fuck out of here. Get that Green Day song the fuck out of here.
Hey, dog, I hate to be the one to break it to you.
Very bad news.
Get this shit the fuck out of here and get you the fuck out of here.
I'm getting that one the fuck out of here. And then SmackDown's first ever theme song, that's number 1 in my eyes. This is the best SmackDown theme song ever, bro. Y'all just had to be there, bro. UPN Thursday nights, y'all just had to be there, bro. Hey, what was that move? Oh, hold on. My bad. Thursday nights, UPN. Y'all just had to be there, bruh. Oh my god. The nostalgia. Oh my god. Look at this, bro. Look at this. Is aura right here, dog. On UPN, bro. This is amazing, bro. You just had to be here, bro. You just had to be there, bro. You just had to be there for goddamn, I didn't mean to go here. You just had to be there, bro, for wait. Oh, damn, I went into the wrong. Oh shit.
What's going on?
Oh,
Welcome
tripping.
to the channel. It's your boy Maverick.
I'm tripping, cuz. I'm tripping, cuz. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm tripping, cuz. This nigga tripping. God damn. But nah, man, this just gonna about do it for this one. That first theme song, yeah, Maverick, you missed the ball with that one, bro. That's that first SmackDown theme song. That shit is aura. That shit is god tier. Hell nah. Hell nah. Beautiful People, that's like number 4. Number 4 at best. Over the original SmackDown theme song? Fuck no. But anyways, that just gonna about do it for this one. Shout out to the homie Maverick, man. Make sure I go subscribe to his channel, man. When the likes up, the views up, the comments up, subscribers up over there on his channel. You already know they show that love over here. We gonna show that love right back. Hey, Maverick, keep feeding the streets, brother. Keep feeding the streets. It's good content, though. Good content. I just don't agree with that number 1 spot. But other than that, though, good video, though. But anyways, though, I'm see y'all in the next video. Till then, deuces.